Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach Kadash, and double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the brothers out there pushing his words in sincerity and truth. The title of this video is The Big Turnaround, because the Lord is about to put us back in rulership in righteousness. So like I'm gonna jump to Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So I'm gonna read that again. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured. Who devoured Israel? All the nations. First and foremost, starting off with Esau. And all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. Every one of y'all gonna go into captivity. Point blank, period. You read Psalms 83, that's every nation put us in captivity and did the most to the Lord's holy people, the apple of his eye. Yeah, we went off, but you guys did the most, especially Esau with the transatlantic slave trade, buck breaking, force feeding, breaking our teeth out of our mouth, using our skin as purses and seats, basically using our skin like leather, dashing the baby, killing the babies, cutting the woman's womb open. That's history, documented history, and you guys still have not given reparations for it. So you're gonna go into captivity. Thus saith the Lord. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So the predator, aka Esau, is gonna turn into prey in that day. Well, in the kingdom, you know. Verse 17, for I will restore health unto thee, and will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord Yahweh, because they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. So the Lord's gonna take all these, sicknesses, diseases, plagues, basically the curses off of us, and put it onto the heathens, especially Esau, in the kingdom of heaven. Let's see. I'm gonna jump to Ecclesiastes chapter Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Yeah, so when we wake up in this captivity, we're being oppressed day in and day out. Bills, taxes, our women, our children, if we have children, inconsiderate neighbors, even the air, breathing the chemtrail air, like everything. We're being oppressed at all angles. This is hell on earth, but only the elect and the 1/3 are gonna see that. Surely oppression make a wise man mad, and I'm gonna read that again. Surely oppression make a wise man mad. So you can be oppressed and not know you're being oppressed because you're not wise. And a gift destroyeth the heart. So don't let a little Esau or a heathen or even a 2/3 pay a bill and that makes it all right. No, it doesn't make it all right. A gift destroys the heart. It can blind you from the actual truth, and your heart is your mind. I'm gonna emphasize again on that. A gift destroying the heart scenario. Just there's something behind it. Basically, there's an agenda behind it. So if someone gives you something, on some tit for tat scenario, or now you owe me, or I gave you something to calm you down. So now you're like, oh, you're like a kid with a shiny new toy. Don't let a gift destroy your heart, especially by Esau. Esau give you $10 on the street. That does not pay for everything that he has done and still is doing. I'm gonna jump to Ecclesiastes chapter 3. Well, I'm gonna start at verse 1. To everything there is a season, and a time, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. Verse 4 is the most important verse for this video, because a time to weep, a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance. This is not dancing time. Speaking to IUIC and these churches, this is not to get jiggy with it. This is not to have fun. This is not our rest. A time to laugh. Yeah, you gotta laugh, to distract you from all the bull crap that's going on in the earth. But everything has a time and a place. And right now, this is a time to work. And what I mean by work, I'm not talking about going to the plantation. I mean by coming back to this law, statutes, and commandments. And if you are in a prophet's lot, push this word. Give the wicked no rest. Period. There's a time and place for everything. This is Ecclesiastes chapter the 3rd chapter. Read it. I'm gonna jump to about Matthew chapter 5, verse 38. Ye have heard that it, Matthew chapter 5, verse 38. Ye have heard that it hath been said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. And it was said twice said twice. And this was Yahushua speaking. It was said twice in the Bible. In Matthew chapter 5, verse 38, and let me see. Exodus chapter 21, verse 24. Exodus chapter 21, verse 24. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burning for burning, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. And this is coming to you, mostly Esau, but it's coming to the rest of you heathens. But first and foremost, the head of the heathens is Esau, the diabolical mastermind behind all of this. The evil twin brother of Jacob. Let's see. Ye have heard that, this is in Matthew, ye have heard that it hath been said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. And as everything you've done in slavery to us is going to be done to you. Twofold, or was it double, slaki. Everything you have done. And this is jumping back to Exodus. An eye for an eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burning for burning, wound for wound, strike for strike. Did you not? You know, Esau is a diabolical asshole. So no telling. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff we don't know what Esau did in captivity or did in slavery in the 1600s, 1700s, 1800s, and the early 1900s. Because an eye for an eye, Esau, we were property by Esau. Definitely took probably, as a punishment, took our eyes. Tooth for tooth, that's documented history that Esau got a chisel and a hammer, and since he has to keep his slaves to have energy, bust their teeth out and force feed them. Hand for hand, if you didn't do what Massa said, and Massa is Hebrew for oppressor, you can look it up, he'd chop your hand off. Foot for foot, Kuta Kinte. I think the Edomite tried to force him to say, what's your name? I think it was like Toby or something like that. And he was like, Kuta Kinte, basically standing firm. And Esau chopped his foot off. That's in the movie, and that documented history. Burning for burning. Did not Esau burn us? Did not Esau, hang us by the hundreds, aka lynching? Strike for strike. Did not Esau whip us with whips, tearing our back up? That the most popular slavery pictures, the Jake with all the whip lashings on his back looked like it was just messed up. And that was in black and white. Imagine if you could see it in color. Esau, you're gonna get it, period. And the rest of you heathens. I'm gonna jump to clear, straight to the point scripture. Revelations 13 and 9. I'm gonna jump to 12 and 9. Revelations chapter 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword is a killing instrument, must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Because the saints have patience and faith, and we're waiting for that day. If you got to hear, open your ears and listen to the prophets and listen to the glorious information that the Lord is using us to tell Israel. I'm going to read the last scripture, Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulations and poverty. And that's talking about Israel. Because we are the meek, we are the lowly people. We're in the ghettos, the corners of the neighborhoods. But thou art rich. How are we rich? How are we rich? By having the Lord and having this wisdom and knowledge. And I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews. Who is the one calling themselves Jews? Jewish people. For example, if someone hit me in my eye and it turned black and blue, what color is it? It's blackish and bluish, and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. They are the church of Satan, and that's Esau. These pale-faced people you see out there walking, looking like warlocks, dressed in all black, with their yarmulkes covering the crown of their head, which is wicked. Is the opposite of the Bible. They read the Talmud, we read the Holy Scriptures, the Bible, the Scriptures. You know, they're the synagogue of Satan. They're the church of Satan. And Satan meaning adversary. So they're our adversaries. They're against us by all means. So I want to say all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakar Kadash, and double honors to the apostles of the Great Millstone for teaching His word, and shalom to the other brothers out there on the four corners of the earth. Shalom.